Hello, welcome to my video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about why you're watching movies wrong and why I don't go to the movies with other people. Okay, so first of all, the agenda is you sit too far away. We're going to go over that. And then you're watching the wrong damn movies. We're going to go over that too. So that's what we're going to go through. First of all, you sit too far away. Okay? And how do I know that? It's a widespread problem. Almost 99.9% of the people sit in the wrong place. Okay? Almost everybody sits it wrong. And how do I know? I know because when I go to the movie, even if it's like 1 second before the movie starts, I could be the last person to walk in the movie. And my seat, the seat where I want to sit, and the correct seat is always available. So I know that no one sits there. And I'm confident I can show up as late as I want and get the best seat in the house. And so here we're going to go through a little quiz. You can see this is a screen up front, and there's the two red dots are where somebody might want to sit, right there in the center, in the middle. Is that the right place to sit? No, it's the wrong place to sit. They're wrong. The people who like that, they're wrong. Now, some people like to sit by the aisle because I guess they have leg room or they can see down the aisle. Maybe they like to go to the bathroom or get up and get some food. I don't know what to say to you. Do your Kegel exercises, go to the bathroom, or just hold it. Is this the right place? No, this is the wrong place to sit along the aisle. Okay. Now, some crazy people like to sit in the very back. And I don't know what you're doing back there, but get a room. Okay. That's the wrong place to sit. Are you crazy? It's like the worst place to sit in a movie. And some people like to sit right up front, right in the center, like right. So so they're looking right at the screen. Is that the right place to sit? Correct. That's the right place to sit. You want to sit right in the middle, right up front. End of story. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about your neck. You can get over your neck. I don't want to hear that. Sit as close as possible. There's only one place to sit, and it's in the center, very front row. Not the second row, not the third row, not off to the side. I don't want to hear about how your neck hurts. Nothing worthwhile is easy. Okay? So if this is what you're seeing, you're looking at the movie wrong. You don't want to see the back of someone's head. You don't want to see a bunch of people talking in front of you, getting up. I don't know, God knows what they're doing in front of you. Distracting you is what they're doing. And you don't want the screen to be like a tiny thing way off in the distance that you have to look over everyone to see. That is the wrong way to watch a movie. More what you want to see is just the image. That's what you want to see. So you want to sit close enough so that all you see is the movie. You don't see anything else. That's how close you want to be. And it should overwhelm you and not sit politely over there in the distance where you can ignore it or whatever. And don't believe me. Why would you believe me? Right? Here's a quote from some famous French guy. And he knows more than you. He said, I was one of the insatiables, the ones you'd always find sitting closest to the screen. He goes on, why do we sit so close? Maybe it's because we wanted to receive the image first, when they were still new, still fresh, before they cleared the hurdles of rows behind us, before they'd been relayed back from row to row, spectator to spectator, until worn out, secondhand, the size of a postage stamp, it returned to the projectionist's cabin. Then he goes on, this is brilliant. Maybe, too, the screen was really a screen. It screened us from the world. So he's going in there. And that's a French guy. He really knows what he's talking about. So now that we're through with that, we're going on to the part 2 of the slideshow, which is you're watching the wrong damn movies. Okay? The problem, let me restate, You're watching the wrong damn movies. And the solution, as you might guess, pick better movies. Okay? So now we're going to take a look at some movies. Maybe you're familiar with some of these movies. I don't know if you are or not. And these are good movies, right? Is that what you think? Because no, they're not good movies. And I know I'm going to get some flack for this, especially for some of it. But just hear me out, okay? So over here we got the super villain Avenger type people, and in that category, if anyone has a superpower or anyone has any like special thing, and I'm including in that bucket like they're a wizard and they go to Hogwarts, or they're an elf or a hobbit, those are not good movies. Okay, the one with the explosion in the car and people ask, what movie is that? It's every movie. There's always an explosion and there's always a car chase. And I'm sorry, if there are explosions and car chases, it's not a good movie. Okay, maybe a small car chase, but if there's an explosion, forget it. Fight Club, you know, I don't know. I don't know why that's a bad movie. That's just a terrible movie. When you got over here, you got this monster movie, any monsters, if there's monsters in it, and I know there's a dinosaur, but a monster dinosaur, caveman, whatever. Bad movie. Okay. What's wrong with the Titanic? Everybody's, oh, it's a great movie. I love that. Dude. Yeah, it was overhyped. It's Oscar bait. They're trying to get Oscars. Lots of special effects, and they put so much money into marketing it. Oh, it's going to be a good movie. It's a bad movie. And I know people love Forrest Gump. And what's wrong with Forrest Gump? It's tolerable, but what's wrong with it? It's nostalgic. It's kind of like, there's a sympathetic character, and it's just easy. It's easy and not a good movie. So these are examples of bad movies. Now, the reason you're watching so many bad movies is because the odds are against you. Most movies have car chases and fist fights. Most movies with meet cutes and weddings, and they don't pass the tests for good movies. And most movies are not Italian neorealism, which is, that's the problem. The odds are against you. And the algorithms are against you. I mean, top picks for Eric. I'm Eric. Nacho Libre? Come on. What are you talking about? Netflix is showing you the worst of the worst. And you prove them right when you click on it and watch it. And then they just show you more and more bad stuff. Like, because you watched Paul Blart Mall Cop, they're giving you Harry and the Hendersons and Charlie's Angels. I mean, the odds are stacked against you. So, now, here's the guide. How do you pick a good movie? So, here's the guide. You want to find a movie that's in this sweet spot. There's no character, there's no plot. It's all character driven. It's about nothing. If it's foreign or has subtitles or very, very old or both, that's a good sign. If it reveals some sort of universal truth about the human condition, you're kind of getting there. And if it's black or white, or at least, has really good color treatment, that's a good sign too. And so signs that you're watching a good movie, if it's an extremely slow pace, the scenes linger and linger, sometimes it feels like nothing's happening, that's a sign you're watching a good movie. And if there's a non-linear structure, if it starts and then flashes back and then goes to some sort of dream sequence and you don't know, generally fragmented, you just don't know what's going on or where you are in time, it's a good movie. If there's long silent sequences, minutes of sound, or just atmosphere, or better yet, nothing, that's a good movie. When there's heavy symbolism, symbolism. You see things, they, keep showing up, and you're thinking to yourself, that's got to mean something. What is that thing? But you just don't know what it means. That means you're watching a good movie. And the sure sign is the ambiguous ending. I mean, if you get to the end and it ends and you're like, that's the end? What happened? Like, why did it end? That's a sign you're watching a good movie. And the number one sign you're watching a good movie, if it just feels pretentious, I mean, you just don't like it and you don't understand it yet. That's what's going on. You're watching a good movie. We're moving on. Okay, these are good movies. Can you guys do you know these movies? Have you seen them? I hope so. Can you recognize any of these things? Because these are good. This one is 8.5 from Fellini. He invented the carnival. The carnival appears in almost every movie you see, even the bad ones now. They all have the carnival, but you won't recognize the carnival unless you know the origin of the carnival. In the middle here, we have Roma, just a fantastic movie. I don't know why it's disparaged. People, you should watch this movie. I would watch any of these movies at any time. If anyone was like, let's watch La Strada, I'm in. Okay? You got The Bicycle Thief, you got La Strada, you got The General. This is a fantastic movie. And this one over here on the bottom, it's a scene from Citizen Kane, where they're taking the sled away from the poor guy. So that's a little bit of a hard one. So now we're going to do a quick test. Okay, we're going to look at this. This is a movie. It's 2001: A Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. There's lots of long silent moments in there. It's ambiguous ending. It jumps around in time. Is it a good movie? No, this is an exception to the rule. It's so good that it's bad. So no, this is not a good movie. It's so good it's bad. These are kind of what we call in computer programming edge cases, things that are on the side that you think, okay, so next, this is a scene from a movie called Xanadu. I forget what they're doing here. They're like dancing and they're glowing. It was the 80s. And no, this movie is so bad that it's good. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes the movie's so bad that it's good. So just showing you that all the rules can be broken. This movie, oh my God. It falls under the it's so bad it's bad. That's the movie Cats. And once again, Roma. Go look at Roma. It's a great movie. I don't know. Go watch Roma. If you really want to watch good movies, here's the timeline on your next 4 years of education. We're going to start with silent and early cinema. We'll move right on into some classic Hollywood, good stuff, and starting to hit on the Italian neorealism. We'll move on to documentary essentials, French New Wave, Japanese cinema, and European art cinema. We'll go into modern international. Now, international is a big area. There's more than just Japanese and French and Italian. There's Indian, and there's Chinese and Korean, and just Iranian. There's great movies out of Africa. There's great movies all over. So modern international, new Hollywood from the 70s on, and modern masterworks. That would be your agenda for the next 4 years. Thank you for being part of my TED Talk.